In the small, secluded town of Ravenswood, an air of unease hung thick in the chilly night. The townsfolk spoke in hushed tones, sharing tales of the abandoned mansion that loomed ominously on the outskirts. Known as Blackthorn Manor, the decaying structure held a sinister reputation that sent shivers down the spines of even the bravest souls. Legend had it that the mansion was cursed, haunted by the vengeful spirits of its former inhabitants. Nobody dared to enter its dilapidated halls, except for one foolish group of friends who sought the thrill of a spine-chilling adventure. Among them was Sarah, a bold and curious young woman with an insatiable appetite for the supernatural. Despite warnings from the locals, Sarah convinced her friends to join her on a moonlit excursion to Blackthorn Manor. The group, armed with flashlights and a mix of nervous excitement, approached the imposing wrought iron gates that groaned in protest as they swung open. The air inside was heavy with dust, and the creaking floorboards beneath their feet echoed through the grand foyer. As the group explored the mansion's darkened rooms, a sense of foreboding enveloped them. Shadows danced on the walls, and strange whispers seemed to float through the air, sending chills down their spines. The group reached the decaying ballroom, where a grand chandelier swayed gently as if stirred by an unseen presence. Sarah, undeterred by the eerie atmosphere, suggested a seance to communicate with the spirits that were said to inhabit the mansion. Reluctantly, her friends agreed, forming a circle and placing their trembling hands on an antique Ouija board. As they invoked the spirits, a sudden gust extinguished their candles, plunging the room into absolute darkness. The temperature dropped, and an otherworldly moan echoed through the room. Panic set in as the friends fumbled for their flashlights, only to reveal ghostly figures hovering in the corners of the ballroom. Terrified, they tried to flee, but the door slammed shut, trapping them inside. Whispers grew louder, and cold fingers brushed against their skin. The apparitions materialized, their ghastly faces contorted in agony, revealing the dark history of Blackthorn Manor. In a desperate bid to escape, the friends raced through the labyrinthine halls, pursued by the tormented spirits. The walls seemed to close in around them, and the air grew thicker with each step. As they reached the entrance, the grand doors swung open, releasing them into the cold night. The once curious group now bore the weight of a dreadful curse, haunted by the ghostly entities they had awakened. Ravenswood, forever changed, whispered tales of the ill-fated friends who dared to disturb the slumber of Blackthorn Manor. The abandoned mansion, now more menacing than ever, stood as a grim reminder of the thin veil that separates the living from the dead.